Finally, it works. Pardon the technical difficulties, everybody. Hold on one second. Sweet. Yay. Okay. That means we're live, and we're going, and we're watching, and it's weird to watch myself on this screen here and be talking to this screen over here. But I'm going to try to see if I can interact with any of you guys out there right now. And we're going to unbox something big, something exciting, and something that I have been waiting for some time. So bear with me. I want to make sure as many of you see this as possible. All right, what's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here, back on the landing of unboxing. I guess I could call this unboxing, landing. That was lame. Bad puns. Puns are not my thing. But anyway, so today is a very special day, and it's a very exciting day because I have a huge, tall box from Spain, from Ramos Guitars. As many of you may remember, Ramos Guitars was the company that sent me that beautiful custom Fellowship of the Ring guitar many months ago. Sadly, I had to, excuse me, I'm still kind of getting over my thing here. Sadly, I had to send that guitar to a dealer on the East Coast, and the void that it has left in my life is one that I shall not soon forget. But all in all, it's very nice to be working with Jose and his team. It's a very special year for him. It's his 10th year in business, and as such, they want to do a little bit more. And what that little bit more is start to find some of you out there in North America and around the world who might be interested in their guitars. So I would say back in October or November, Jose and my friend Carlos, who I've been working with, approached me with the idea of collaborating on a couple of guitar designs that we would then build and they would send to me, and I would show you all what exactly you would be getting. And the best part is we're making them available to you. These aren't just instruments that are going to stay in my arsenal. I'm going to be taking with me these guitars to the LA Guitar Show this weekend. So if you're in Southern California and you would like to check out a Ramos in person, come to the LA Guitar Show, Van Nuys, California, and we will have a grand old time. Now, I am going to try to interact with many of you guys as possible. The tripod's very far away, so I might not respond to your questions and your comments very quickly. That's why I have the laptop over here. So thank you all for those of you who have joined in. I'm really excited about this. This has been a long process. We spec'd out these guitars in January, and the real headache of this has been shipping internationally is not cool. These guitars sat in the U.S. Customs office in Memphis, Tennessee for 6 days with no contact or anything from the office asking me for any information. I must have called FedEx 4 times trying to get as much information out of them as possible, and they weren't really much help. But I'm happy to see that the guitars did not get completely destroyed, and the box is not completely destroyed. So although I'm not exactly a huge fan of FedEx, at least it doesn't look like the guitars are dead. So anyway, enough of my yakking. Let's find out what we got here. we spec'd 2 guitars, and they will each come with their own beautiful and branded Ramos Guitars hard shell case from Hiscox cases. Made the mistake of mispronouncing that name when I first unboxed one of these. And then we have guitar number 2, again coming in its own Ramos Guitars branded hard shell case. And that was it. So these guitars have basically been in the cases, in the box, with a light bit of padding, which I think is really awesome. It's totally DIY. Actually looks like material that you would see inside the case. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put this one right here, and I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to move it a little closer so that you guys have a better view of what is going on. And down we go. There we go. Pardon my Diet Coke in the frame. Alright, let's do it. Now I have no idea which guitar is in which case, so this is as much a surprise to me as it is to you guys. But we did spec 2. One's more of like a custom Strat style, similar to the Fellowship of the Ring guitar. And another is like a Telecaster style with its own little quirks and tweaks. So here we go. Guitar number 1. Ooh. Oh yeah. This is pretty spectacular. This is an At Last C. Spec on this is pretty similar to the Fellowship of the Ring guitar. However, differences are we spec'd out Seymour Duncan pickups, a Nazgul in the bridge, and a Sentient in the neck. We have a reversed headstock, different from the one that was on the Fellowship guitar. And we've gone for a maple top, Spanish cedar body, the natural binding around the back of the guitar, and check out that flame on the back of the neck. This is all matte. We have Goto locking tuners, and because of the electronics, oh yes, and we did push-pull, split coil on each of the guitars, or on each of the knobs, pardon me. We spec'd this out to be kind of the hard rock and modern metal guitar, and because of the electronic choices, I have decided to call this the Black Rider. It is, in person, it's absolutely stunning. The iPhone camera is not going to do this very much justice, but here's a cool little touch. The control cavity plate is a nice engraved metal, which is pretty awesome. That natural binding, that's kind of, oof, that's all kinds of special right there. Yep, that's beautiful. That's an awesome guitar. I'm gonna have to. Neck feels a little chunkier than the last one. A little wider. Fretboard feels a little bit flatter, but otherwise, this is quite a special little guitar. Inside, what we got case candy wise? Here's a folder. Here is the certificate of authenticity. That is pretty awesome. With a wax seal. That is like a gold wax seal on a certificate of authenticity for this guitar. That is awesome. In addition, you also have Jose's card in there if you ever need to contact him. That information is right there. You have the entire specifications and warranty outlaid there for you. So here's the whole spec. So if you'd like, kind of bring that closer. The body is Spanish cedar with a top of European flame maple, as well as the neck. The fingerboard is ebony We have 24 frets with a 25.5 inch scale, Goto locking tuners, chrome hardware, no pick guard. We have a volume control and a tone control, both with coil taps or push-pull, Seymour Duncan pickups, satin trans black finish, and the strings are spec'd with 10 to 52 D'Addario strings, set up in standard tuning. 10 to 52, I love that gauge. That's my preferred gauge, so I'm very happy with that choice. It looks phenomenal. I'm very, very pleased with this. Inside, let's see what we got going on here. You have your keys taped to the top. You have polishing cloth, a very nice polishing cloth. Feels pretty heavy duty. You're going to keep that nice and safe and sound inside the case. You have a couple stickers, lots of stickers actually. I think I might take one of each of these for myself, but 3 of these nice cool logo stickers, 3 of these cool seal stickers, which I think look really, really cool. You have some brochures for the case company, and inside this nice little bag will be some tools. It looks like there's an Allen wrench, or a hex wrench, for those of you who like to use that term. In there, there's a hex wrench, Allen wrench poking out, so you have your Allen wrench, hex wrench for the truss rod, and what else you got inside? Check this out. Ramos Guitars pick, which I will put back in there, and I didn't even realize, but it looks like you get some strap locks. I didn't expect that. This is all kind of a surprise to me. So yeah, you will get some strap locks if you are the lucky person who decides that you want to add this guitar to your arsenal. That is, unless I beat you to the punch first. So there you go. That's everything that you're gonna get with this guitar. Man, just based on looks alone, I'm super pleased with this. It is going to be a lot of fun to test out and a lot of fun to play. And we will hopefully be getting a demo and review of both of these up soon. So that's guitar number 1, the Black Rider. And now it's time for guitar number 2. So this one is going to be sort of like a Telecaster style guitar with a slight offset to it, and I think it looks really cool. It's called the Kev Star, and the goal with this guitar is we were trying to spec out an instrument that would harken back to a lot of the great vintage American guitars of the 50s and 60s, but with some modern touches that would make it interesting and more appealing to the modern guitar player. So, here we go. Oh, whoa. That's cool. That is awesome. Check that out. So we went full on vintage here, and we definitely have some full on vintage here. This is awesome. Wilkinson 3 saddle bridge with compensated intonation, ashtray style. You're gonna have a string through body, same engraved metal control cavity plate, and engraved neck heel plate, which looks awesome. The neck is a beautiful bird's eye maple with a nice gloss finish. Looking at this guitar, and this was my personal favorite touch when we were looking at cosmetics as to what the electronics would be. It was like, well, what do we want to do? We want to put chrome knobs on the volume and the tone, and they sent me a picture, a progress picture of this guitar with these sort of exaggerated top hats, and I just thought, man, that looks like a knob that you'd see on an old Fender Twin or an old Super Reverb. And I just thought, you know what, we gotta go with vintage vibe here, and this just looks so cool. It's got a really cool sort of two-tone tobacco sunburst finish. It's a little bit more red than some of the other sunbursts that I've seen. The maple neck has kind of a sort of, it's not roasted, which is very popular these days, but it's certainly got sort of a honey tone to it. Nice gloss finish. Feels really nice. Looks really great. Very cool. So again, we have inside the folder that you get with the certificate of authenticity, one of Jose's business cards, and of course the specs. So let's take a look at the specs. The Kevstar Deluxe. The body is a walnut body with a top of flame maple, European flame maple. The neck is bird's eye maple. We have 22 stainless steel frets in the typical Fender 25.5 inch scale, a Wilkinson bridge, Goto tuners, no pick guard. We have master volume, master tone. The pickups are actually pickups that Jose spec'd out himself. We have a neck P90 in a humbucker housing. I love P90s in the neck. I can't wait to hear how that sounds. We have a Ramos bridge pickup, and then we have a tobacco sunburst gloss. The back is a trans black gloss. So there you have it. There is the spec on the Kevstar Deluxe. I'm still not sure on what exactly I want to call this. Give it a nice cool name because I think it deserves it. Mostly because seems like the varying, I figured like, okay, it's a Telecaster, which is most commonly associated with country music, but you can see it's got a little bit of an offset to it. Not too much, it's not too overly exaggerated, but there you go, man. That's a beautiful thing. But I figured, country music, cowboys, something Spanish for cowboy, but there's so many differences of like nomenclature and what's politically correct and what's not very correct to say. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with that. So again, case candy inside. You have the keys taped right there at the top. Brochures for the case company. You get your nice polishing cloth. You will get some stickers as well, plenty of them. And then you have some, looks like this is for the Goto machine heads tool and some literature on that. And then, of course, the nice little black velveteen silky bag. And inside you will find a Ramos pick and spare hex wrenches, Allen wrenches for your truss rod and for various other intonation points on the guitar. So there you have it, guys. That is both of these insanely beautiful looking custom Ramos guitars that we have for demos and to make available to you guys. And I know that probably seems kind of strange, but we are planning on hopefully this weekend, as soon as this weekend, we are hoping to make both of these guitars, the sort of offset Telecaster, the Kevstar. I should use the name that Jose uses. The Kevstar, we are hoping to make this and the Last C Black Rider available to you guys for purchase. We will have links and details with pricing and video demos coming in, the next 3 to 4 weeks while we iron out some details of how we're going to work this out, what exactly we're going to do in terms of video presentation, final pricing. I'm rambling at this point, but I'm very excited that we get to bring these guitars to you guys, make them available to you as instruments that you can buy and love for many years. I know, looking at these first without any playthroughs, these guitars look absolutely phenomenal. I'm very excited to plug them in and check out how they sound. The specs, we really tried to go for what I felt as a guitarist myself, what the guitar player of today is looking for. So we went with the two extremes. We went kind of in the vintage school, a modern take on the vintage design, but then we also went with something nice and super custom and just made for the hard rock and metal player of today. And I think we succeeded, and I certainly hope when I plug them in that all the work is certainly worth it. Looks wise, they are certainly worth it. I'm gonna have a lot of fun testing these out, and if you are, again, like I said, at the LA Guitar Show this weekend in Van Nuys, California, at the Airtel Hotel, I will have these guitars with me in the Carvin Amplifiers room. I am more than happy to let you guys check these out and give me your feedback. We want to know what you think of the specs, what you think of the guitars, how they play. What would you change? Would you change anything at all? Just anything that we can do to help Jose and his brand grow. We want more information. We want your input. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what I can get out of these bad boys. They're going to be a lot of fun, and I have no more else to say. So in the spirit of help, I can say no more. And until then, I wish you all great tone and happy stomping. Cheers.